Hello Clever Pickles, welcome to today's handwriting video. Now, I've done a few videos already, so I would like to go back through my book to see what I've done and just refresh my memory on some of the letters that I know. So I remember for my A, I'm curving around and doing a straight line for a lowercase a. I need to remember for the letter M that my capital is very pointy, but my lowercase is curved. When I did the letter T, lots of lines that just go down from that top dotted line down to my bottom straight line, and then I need to cross at the appropriate place. I remember doing the letter S, which is the same for a capital and the same shape for a lowercase, they're just different sizes. And I remember for my letter I, again, some more of those lines going straight down. So when you go through your book, start to have a look at the things that you know you can do well and remind yourself that that's how a letter is formed, so that when we get into our next section, that is fresh in your mind. You might even start to see some of those pages getting neater, tidier as you go through, and you're having more control over the way that you form your letters. So let's grab our pencil today. Make sure it's nice and sharp. Make sure your chair is tucked in nicely. You're sitting up straight in a comfy way. Sometimes you might like to turn your book a little bit on an angle. If you're a left-handed person, which I'm not, so this feels kind of weird for me to do this over this side, you'll be holding it. I hope that looks good for a left-handed person, but I'm right-handed, so that's why mine is coming over this side here. Today we're going to do the letter R. So I'm going to, across the top here, get my warm-up going by doing the date. Now I'm going to pick a random date. I can't even remember what I did for my last one, so I'm just going to pick Thursday, because I think Thursday might help me with some of those lines that I've done previously. You are going to write down the correct date for you on the day that you do this, so that you have a record of what you did on what day. Maybe it is actually Thursday. I'm just going to make up a number. I'm going to say it is the 21st. Now our numbers are like capitals, they go up to the top. 21st, I'm going to say that it is March. And then when you get to the end for the year 2020, you need to remember again, like capitals, up to that top dotted line. Nice and neat. Now, if I write faster than you, that's okay. I've had lots of practice. If you need to pause so you can slow down and finish that line, pause the video, it's not a problem. For those of you ready to move on, we're going to start with a capital R. Now, a capital R starts at this top dotted line here, and it will stop down at this bottom straight line for that first part. Straight down like that. Now we need to utilize these two sections here. We've got the top section here, which we call the sky, and this middle section here, which we call the grass. And when we did a D, we had this curved shape. So at the top, we're going to do the same shape, but just in this section. And then a straight line down for the rest of the R. Now I'm going to try and do that on the next one without actually lifting up my pencil the way that I just did. So I'll do my line, and now I'll put my bump and straight line together without lifting. See? Much more fluid. So straight line down, bump, straight line for an R. Now the hard times that we get with this is when we rush it. So if I just rush it, you can see I've looped over here. I haven't touched this bottom line down the bottom there, and it runs the risk of almost looking like a K. So I'm going to cross that because I think I can do better. Now remember, we don't rub out, we don't scribble out. This is editing. This is great to be able to see when you know that you can improve on your work. So I'm going to do another one here. And if you've been following along these videos, I didn't touch the bottom there. If you've been following along these videos, you know that we only need to do 6 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No more than 6 because our hands will just get tired, and this leaves some nice space here for our teachers to help work with us if we want to make corrections. Okay, if you're ready now, we're going to do a lowercase r. So we do a straight line to start off with, the same way we did with a capital, and then we come over with a little curve, a little bump, like doing the letter N, or the way we started with an M, but we stop just after we bump that top line. That's it. Straight line, come up, bump the line, and then stop after that curve. One more time. Straight line down, come back up, bump the top line, and then stop. That's actually a much better curve than I've done in those past ones there. Let's see if I can do that again. Straight line down, bump the top line, curve. Let's see if I rush. I'm going to come up here into this wrong space there. I could end up looking like anything. Straight line down and come up for a curve. Fix that one up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I need to keep going? No. Time to go to our next section, which is where we write some words that begin with the letter R. Okay, we're going to start with the word roll. So I'm going to use my beautiful R and then finish by using the middle section for the O, our grass section, and then our top and middle section for the 2 L's that go in there. And we've done L before. Next word is reel. So we need R, E, A, L. And the only letter that goes up into the sky is the L. Finger space here, and then we're going to do our last one, rain. And we've done all of these letters before, so this one should look very neat and tidy. Excellent. If you need to pause so you can catch up, that's fine. Those of us that are continuing on, we're going to put R in the middle or end of the word, excuse me. So let's start with or. Or, not too bad. Finger space, let's try bird. Remembering how neat and tidy we want our other letters to be, with lots of concentration on our R today. I'm not worried if your B, your I, or your D aren't exactly the way you want them to come out, because we're focusing on that R. Our last one in this line is hear, as in I can hear the bird, H-E-A-R. And that's quite a lovely R. I'm very happy with that. Okay, just for some fun at the end, we are going to draw something using the lowercase r. So I'm going to do it 6 times the way we normally do. Only 6, no more, no less. 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to turn these into rainbows. So if I use our lovely rainbow song, red, let's do all these ones the same. Red and yellow. Do you know what color comes next? Red and yellow and pink, pink, pink. I'm running out of room in my rainbow though. Do you know what color comes next in that song? Red and yellow and pink and green. I'm going to come around the outside now. It's in the wrong order, but you get the idea. Now remember, this doesn't take a long time. This is just for a bit of fun to remind ourselves that R is the letter that we're using for rainbow. I need purple, purple for my song. If I'm following the song, red and yellow and pink and green, purple, and my next one is orange. I hope your rainbows are much, much neater and more beautiful than mine, although mine still look like rainbows. And our last one is blue, purple and orange and blue. I can sing a rainbow. Lovely. Okay, thank you for joining me for practicing the letter R in our handwriting.